We're live on Facebook, live on YouTube, and I'm making a delicious meal. Got some red bell peppers, cherry tomatoes, mushrooms, hot peppers, making a hot pepper sauce, by the way. And I got some beautiful steamed potatoes. This is a low-fat meal, actually a no-fat meal. And steamed potatoes right there. Everybody's everybody's so into eating so much fat, and they don't know it. It's fat everywhere. You eat a piece of chicken. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with chicken. I'm just saying you eat a piece of chicken, you got the chicken fat, right? Doesn't matter if the skin's on it or not. You eat guacamole, you got the guacamole. And people dump olive oil in their guacamole. I see that all the time, you guys. Hey, good to see you guys coming on. They dump olive oil in their guacamole, right? As if there's not enough already. People make pestos, dumping all that olive oil, right? Nut seed pastes, nut butters, coconut oil, right? Everybody's putting things in their smoothie. It's like it's all this fat. People eating nuts all day long. And I'll have another handful of walnuts. It's not saying that's bad, but if you're trying to heal or trying to lose weight or trying to get yourself to a better place, it's the fats get in the way, right? So these meals are all no fat because I know you guys are on the fat. And I get it. You're on the fat, whether it's milk, cheese, butter, eggs, chicken, meat, fish, right? You just got the fats going all the time. Seeds, nut butters, walnuts, almonds, macadamia nuts, pine nuts, sesame seeds, tahini, right? Even hemp seeds, right? So we're doing all these different seeds, pumpkin seeds. Now I see people walking around, I got my pumpkin seeds, I'm doing my pumpkin seeds. Yeah, pumpkin seeds are amazing. Way better for you than chicken. No, that's true, right? Way better for you than chicken, pumpkin seeds, right? But still, it's a lot of fat, so then the blood stays thick. And if you're sick, and you're doing all this fat, it's almost impossible to heal. I'm going to say it again. If you're sick and you're doing all this fat, it's almost impossible to heal. And I mean heal down to the bone. I'm talking healing all the way down to the root, all the way down to the ground, like right there, and healing deep, deep, deep. In order to heal that deep, you can't have the fats high. So that means if you're an animal protein person, time to lower it and take a break. If you're a plant-based person, time to lower it and take a break. Colleen McGraw says, what about protein? What about it? That's the whole thing. They got you brainwashed. That's how they do it, I think the phone's ringing. They got us brainwashed is what happens. How do I know when the phone's gonna ring? Yeah. What year is it? 1933. Yeah, 1933. Did the deal go through? Did the deal we made with Big Pharma and the institutions, the academic institutions, yeah, did the deal go through about what we're about to do to the entire country? Yeah, we're going to brainwash them about protein. Did the deal go through? Yep. All the industries. Yeah, Big Pharma. Yeah, and the institutions, the universities. Yeah, we need to indoctrinate everybody into our dogma. We have to convince everybody that protein is what runs everything. Where do you get your protein? We want to hear that for the next 100 years, next 200 years. Where do you get your protein? What about your protein? We want everybody brainwashed. What year is it? 1933. And the deal's about to go through. Is everybody going to be there? All the board members? Everybody going to be there? Because we're going to sign it. Where's the piece of paper after we sign it and make the deal? It goes in the vault. It's trusted. It's grandfathered in. Yeah, no one's even going to get it. No one's even going to figure it out. I can't wait to hear 1970 50 years. I can't wait 60 years from now in the 70s when everybody's going, where are you getting your protein? Where are you getting your protein? I can't wait until the 1990s when everybody's like, protein. Can't wait to get your protein. I can't wait to the year 2000 when everybody's like, get your protein. Where's your protein? I can't wait. Yeah, wait. We're going to go as far as 2021. Where's your protein? 2021? Oh my God, this is the best deal we've ever made. Big Pharma is so smart. We're going to brainwash everybody. All right. Yep. All right, little disaster relief right here. Disaster relief. I got to go. We got to cook. Lorraine, a little disaster. Is it disaster relief? What was it? So I'm going to be doing let me get some stuff steaming. What I'm trying to say is before I get cooking is the deal was made between the academic world, the universities, okay? Yes, the universities. Globally, at least in the UK, at least Europe, at least here in the United States. The deal was made to make sure protein was the very thing that everybody had to know. Like, it's all about protein. That was the decoy of a century, right? And that's part of it right there, just so you know. Ashley Kiven, good to see you. Michelle L, good to see you. You guys coming on? Haven't seen Lou Nell. She here tonight? You guys, I'm going to do some... Let's just make sure nothing breaks over here. Hey, Courtney. MA. Laugh out loud. And I'll talk a little bit about protein as we go along, too, so you guys know what's happening as well. Joni Peterson. Hey, I use water instead of oil now. ... I used to use a lot of coconut oil and avocado oil. Incredible. What happens is when you take those oils down, oils are so acidic. Fatty acid. I see we're being censored tonight, big time. We can't even get above 800. It's probably, censored on Facebook. Fatty acids is what's happening. So that's what happens with the oils. The avocado oil, all these oils. Yeah, avocado oil is a better oil. Absolutely. Yeah, these oils are better. Olive oil is a great oil, right? But what happens is we lose our oxygen in our body when we're sick. Our oxygen helps us heal. It actually helps to kill. It keeps microorganisms like viruses and bacteria down. And when we fill our bloodstream with all that fat every day in, day out, day in, day out, and our liver starts getting congested, everything starts getting congested, and our liver starts getting all congested, our liver right here, and gets fatty liver, and we don't even know it, fatty liver, and then our immune system drops. We have too much fat in our bloodstream all the time, and the fat starts collecting everywhere that doctors can't see. They can't see until you're 80 years old, 60 years old, but they start seeing it then. We break down from all that fat, right? And so you gotta have a moment. Yeah, no, I know YouTube censor. Oh my God, Catherine, YouTube censors us big time. Are you kidding? We used to get views. Now it's like you can't even find me. Like I don't pop up anywhere. It's like for some reason they clicked me off as being one of those. Yeah, you can't even pop up anywhere. I don't know. All right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut some stuff up here. Get some red bell pepper steaming. So you guys know how I cut mine, right? I mean, I'm sure you guys did the same thing, right? Facebook doesn't circle your posts. Correct, Andy. Plus, people really can't even get a post out on Facebook. Meaning they can't share medical medium stuff. It's really rare. I think it's a glitch. Hopefully they fix it. Little glitch. Could be just a glitch, right? They love me on Facebook. They love me at Facebook and Instagram. They know I'm doing incredible things for the world, right? Healing people. It's got to be a glitch. So, I'm steaming up some red bell peppers right here. You guys, I just want to give you the 411. It's a special moon tonight. An extremely special moon. Yeah. So make sure you take you like look into it like we're talking an incredible moon tonight. Yeah, full moon and an amazing one. Just letting you know. That means medical medium podcast at Apple Podcast, the moon meditation. So it means the moon meditation for sure. I mean, I'm doing it. So I already did it last night, the moon meditation. I do it days before the moon is full and then days after the moon is full. So I do this moon meditation, right? And I do it because it's so powerful and healing, but it's such a soul healer. It heals the emotional wounds, the old betrayal and the old broken trust and get broken promises and being let down and getting backstabbed in our life and all these things that happen to everybody, where there's always something we go through emotionally, losses, right? Hardships, great losses, right? And all these wounds, they stay in us and they stay in us and they stay in us. Nicole says, I added you to my favorites and it has helped. Incredible, Nicole. Thanks for being in here tonight. Leanne, let's see. Yep, I never get YouTube notifications on you. No, yeah, exactly. I mean, it's incredible, really, how they do that. Carolina, how can we stop spider veins? We're talking about the liver when it's the spider veins. Lowering fats is already a helper to stop them from growing. The more congested the liver gets, the more spider veins and varicose veins we end up getting. So I'm going to put some mushrooms in here. Okay, about 2 cups of mushrooms. Let's start chopping these up right now. Do some mushroom slices. I don't want to slice the mushrooms too small. Right? Let's get them steaming. Good to see you guys. But you know what? I got you guys. I got you guys. So who needs, it's okay if we're censored. Dr. Fawn, people throw shade at nightshades, but the info is not true. Oh, do they ever, man? Dr. Fawn, they attack nightshades like never before, right? Isn't it funny though? Attacking nightshades when no one knows why we're sick. Who's attacking nightshades? They don't know why we're sick. They think it's autoimmune, which is today's topic, autoimmune. Doing some mushrooms, right? Doing some shrooms right here in the pan. The good ones, not the ones that mess up your brain, right? That's right. Mary, I heard coconut oil and MCT is good for dementia and Alzheimer's too. Do you agree? No, it makes it worse. I'll tell you why. Let me get a couple of mushrooms in. Hold that thought. Okay? Just get a couple of mushrooms in here. We got some mushrooms going. We're good there. All right? Frying them up in a pan. All right. And then let's get half an onion in here too, okay? I'm going to go with red. Just crack the onion open. Uh-oh. The onion, MCT oil, coconut oil, good for Alzheimer's, eh? Tell you why it's not. And I'll tell you why you're bamboozled with that information. Tell you why we get bamboozled with that info. It's actually sad. Let's do a half an onion here. Let's put this onion over here. I don't want the onion diced too small. I still want them kind of hunky. Let's get the onions in here. It's a great dish we're making. Let's get these steaming. Let's hit the oils really quick. Here's what happens when you're consuming oils, right? It rushes you to Alzheimer's. It rushes you to dementia, is what it does. You see that speck that I put on there? Do you see that speck, right? Aluminum right here. Do you see that? Do you know why we get Alzheimer's and dementia? Because of aluminum and mercury, predominantly mercury in our brain. This is the best lesson you can ever learn right now about this. This is really important. Ready? Metal rusts and oxidizes and bleeds and corrodes and outpockets when oil is around it. Oil is around it. Keep that in mind. Keep that in mind. Oil makes the metal corrode faster, and it makes it move into adjacent tissue. Everybody has aluminum and mercury inside their brain. The higher the fat diet, whether good fat or bad fat, the quicker you go to Alzheimer's, dementia, depression, anxiety, depersonalization, bipolar, OCD. I don't know. Did I miss a bunch? I bet you I did. Schizophrenia, whatever I missed, probably missed a bunch, right? And what happened? PTSD too, a little bit of that. Okay? So what happens is oil, right? Oil will make the metal out pocket. So you got the metal in there, but the metal will expand. It will run and bleed from the oil. So whether it's MCT or coconut oil, what nobody's telling you is no one took a bunch of people with Alzheimer's, right? And a bunch of people with dementia and just gave them MCT. All their diets changed. Other supplements were brought in. Okay? Fast food was removed from people. And that's something to understand how it works, right? It's not like you got somebody with Alzheimer's and dementia. Nothing's changing. They're still doing everything they do. Nothing changes. And all of a sudden, let me give them a little coconut oil and their Alzheimer's got better. Nope. Never happened. Never happened. Never will. Never did. So just know that, right? Plus, it's a theory that it's helpful. The theory is built on this prefaces. It's built on this foundation of our brain needs fat. Give our brain healthy fat and we get better. Alzheimer's is the brain. Give our brain healthy fat, then Alzheimer's gets better. This is a massive mistake in the industry. It's an embarrassing mistake because the brain dies without glucose fast. In 5 seconds, if your brain doesn't have glucose, it starts to die. It starts to die. 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 Say it again. Die. Yeah, your brain starts to die without glucose. In 5 seconds, it starts to die. Okay? That's what happens. In 10 seconds, it's dying without glucose. Right? Your brain doesn't start dying because it's without fat in your bloodstream. You can have no fat in your bloodstream. Your brain doesn't die. You take out the glucose, your brain starts to die. Linda, I just joined this video. Do you have a book out to help losing weight the safe way? Seems like I have Rays every night and am not going anywhere with it. That's a great book right there, new edition, Medical Medium. Get it free at the library if you want. Cleanse to Heal is a great one for weight loss too. Right there, Cleanse to Heal, just letting you know. That's a great one. Get it free at the library. Now, Medical Medium, new edition, is on sale at Amazon.com. I think it's close to 40% off. I saw that yesterday. I don't know if it still is, but it could be. This is $16.99. It's 51% off on Amazon.com. You can also get it at Barnes and other places, local bookstores, or get it free at the library if that's what you want to do. So this is critical information, though, you guys. Let's talk about it for a minute, all right? I got the bell pepper steaming. I got the onions going. Lorraine, I better not forget. I burnt the crap out of everything the other night. Thank you, Anthony, for spending your valuable time with us instead of with your family. You know, it means the world that you even know, like my dedication. Hearing your voice brings me peace and hope, and I appreciate all that you do much more than you know. Cocoa Pine, 2011. I'm honored, truly. Casey, no wonder my brain is fried. Thanks, AW. I'm studying up on all your work now. I have so much gumption to heal. I love that word, gumption. Really cool. Great word. Anna, is it true that women need more protein during pregnancy? It's what's being pushed by the National Health Guidelines. Interesting. Of course it's pushed. That's what I was talking about before about protein, is the protein brainwashing scheme of a lifetime. It was a deal brokered in 1933. So it's important to know what happened is protein was used as a weapon in 1933. Big Pharma and the academic world both combined to make sure that you would think protein is the answer. It's one of the biggest scams of our lifetime. It's so sad. One day I'll do a whole protein show because there's so much information involved with it. But yeah, that's how it works. What you need is mineral salts and glucose. You need calories when you're pregnant, but proper calories, mineral salts and glucose, right? That's what you need. Protein isn't what your baby is utilizing, right? It's not what mommy's utilizing in order to create a healthy baby. And that's a massive scam. I mean, it just is. And yeah, they're pushing that information, but they push misinformation every day in every way out there, right? And you know what? Here's the best part about it. I'm going to tell you right now. The misinformation pushers don't know why anybody's sick. So if mommy gets sick, check this out. When mommy gets sick with fatigue, right? Hair thinning, alopecia, all right? Aches and pains. When mommy gets sick with Hashimoto's thyroiditis, okay? When mommy gets sick with RA, right? Or lupus or anything, the same people saying mommy needs protein for her baby are the same people that don't know why you're sick. Does that make a lot of sense to you? Think about that one. That is a head scratcher times 1,000 for me. That's a head scratcher times 1,000,000. So, okay, wait a minute. Okay, so, all right, you got all the answers. Oh, okay, you guys got all the answers. It's protein that I need for my baby. Okay, but how come you guys don't have one single valid answer for why 250 million Americans alone, right? Never mind, all around the world are sick with symptoms, right? So that's a funny one for me. So we're experts at what mommy needs when we don't know why mommy's sick. We don't know why mommy has postpartum depression, postpartum fatigue, postpartum sickness, thyroid disease. We don't know why mommy has breast cancer. We don't know down the road. We don't know why mommy has anything at all. But we're experts to what mommy needs. Mommy needs her protein for her baby, right? We don't know why mommy's ever been sick. Any mommy's been sick in decade after decade after decade. We don't know why any mommy's been sick for the whole century, for the last century, and this century already. But we're experts at what mommy needs. We're total experts, right? When you put it in perspective, when you place that into perspective, you're already like, wait a minute, right? I mean, it's beyond common sense. Like beyond. Amy, gallbladder inflammation, help. Yeah, like if I had gallbladder inflammation, if I did, keeping the fats down is critical, right? Steaming up keeping the fats down is critical. That's part one. The more fat you eat, okay, whether it's healthy fat or fat that's not healthy, the more bile has to be produced. So your liver's killing itself to produce that bile, right? So your liver's just killing itself to produce bile, right? Okay? So your liver's, it's overworking, right? So it's got to spew out all this bile. You keep on putting fat in. You just keep on dumping in. And you might be like, what is he talking about, fat? You know, chicken, fish, beef, milk, cheese, eggs, butter, bacon, pork chops, whatever, right? Ham, okay? Nuts, seeds, oils, coconut oil, right? Sesame seeds, whatever it is, right? All that fat, right? Olive oil. Your liver has to kill itself. So now you got an inflamed gallbladder. The gallbladder's inflamed, right? Is that a little gallbladder? Your gallbladder's inflamed. And we're now overworking the liver. And the liver has to produce all this bile and shove it up the gallbladder. Like, send it up the gallbladder. Now the gallbladder's overstressed. It has to work hard to even sustain itself. And when you got a gallbladder infection of any kind, which is usually streptococcus, when you have a streptococcus gallbladder infection and you got all that bile spewing up and it's overburdening that gallbladder, that's one reason why we can't heal. We can't heal it. Another reason, the more fat you dump in, the less oxygen in your bloodstream. The less oxygen in your bloodstream, the more pathogens like streptococcus can take over and create that inflamed gallbladder. So you got that streptococcus inflaming the gallbladder, right? And a lot of people's gallbladder, it's inflamed by streptococcus bacteria. And then all of a sudden, we're dumping in fats left and right. And streptococcus is like, woohoo, there's no oxygen in our blood. There's very little oxygen in our blood. Now we rule the roost. Let's keep on going with this infection. Here's the other problem. The more fat in your bloodstream, the less the nutrients, the less phytochemical compounds that are antibacterial can get to your gallbladder. So now, if you eat a red bell pepper, which happens to have vitamin C, which is a phytochemical compound, which helps destroy pathogens, right? Like your streptococcus, and you're trying to eat all these, and you want your onion, you get your onion, that can help you fight infections, right? You get your garlic, that can help you. It's antiviral, antibacterial, right? But those phytochemical compounds can't get to the organ because there's so much fat in the bloodstream, blocking glucose sugar from taking those nutrients into your organ. Now we're not even getting the fighting power we need. There's a lot of information right here. I'm just letting you guys know. I mean, it's intense, and I'm rolling it fast. Genetic disease, Sadie Bear. Genetic disease. Okay, so I'll answer it in a second. I think a phone call was coming through. I had an appointment. With my doctor. Hey, Dr. Joby? Thanks for calling. Phew. So what was my diagnosis? You're my 10th doctor. It's genetic? What do you mean? What do you mean genetic? I was fine years ago. So when did my genes go bad? Dr. Joby, so you mean to tell me, all right, I'm in my 40s. Yeah, I'm 41 years old. And I've been fine up until I was 39. And now my genes just went bad. So now this disease I'm getting is genes? Okay. So everybody who's getting sick, it's their genes? Everybody? Oh, what about people who are born with problems? That's genes? Well, wait a minute. Why? That's genes too? I don't get it because... So wait a minute. Okay. If you don't have problems your whole life and then you get a problem, that's genes. If you're born with a problem, that's genes. So everything's just genes. Okay, so Dr. Joby, so what do we do? We can't do anything really because it's genes. Rest. Okay, so get some rest. All right, what else? Stay out of trouble, keep the stress down. Okay. What if I get better? It's remission? So if I get better, my genetic disease is in remission? But wait a minute, I thought genes, when they're bad, they're bad. So you mean my genes completely healed when I'm in remission? No, they didn't heal. My genes are still bad, but when I go into remission, I'm in remission. So, okay, so if I get better, my genes are still bad. It just doesn't make any sense. This is confusing me. All right, is everybody's genes going bad? I hung up on the doctor. I had an appointment with the doctor today. I just hung up on him. I'm making hot sauce. This is steaming up nice. Actually, that's cooking up really good. That's almost done. I'm going to take the lid off. Evaporate some of that juice. It's like when babies are born with cancer, that's not genes. That's an immune system deficiency off the running. And it's important to know how this works, right? They just want to pinpoint everything with genes. If a baby's born with cancer, that's a viral infection because cancer is caused by viruses unless you get asbestos or you get unless it's a lethal solvent. And that's a different story, right? But outside of those very rare cases, cancer is viral, right? Viral cells going awry But you have, but you can't just get cancer from viruses. Viruses need toxins, so they need a certain amount of a toxic slop and brew to feed off of, right? So viruses have to feed off of a lot of metals and a lot of other toxins. That's what viruses have to do. And then the virus feeds off all these toxins, and then gets stronger and starts to mutate. And as it starts to mutate, we have a different viral cell. Doctors. And Sophie, doctors are telling me they can't help me out because I am adopted. They say it's genetic. It's real. Oh my God. And Sophie, this breaks my heart that you have to hear that. Look, I want you to listen to your doctor. I want you to go see your doctor, of course, and all that. But if that was me, I would be upset because, if that was me and that's what I was told, I'd be in disbelief. So we're making some hot sauce here. Well, that's what they'll tell you. That's so sad, really. It's so sad that they tell us that. ADHD and autism, they'll say ADHD and autism is genetic. No, it's not. It's toxic heavy metals. That's what it is. There's answers to why we have problems. There's actual answers. I'm making some hot sauce. I'm going to do a half cup of chopped red bell pepper, which is the rest of this pepper right here. Let's make some hot sauce real quick. I'm going to use the rest of this pepper for this hot sauce. I'm using a food processor. I'm trying that out. I've done that a lot with sauces and stuff, so I do like it that way. Let's get some pepper in here. Let's get some cherry tomatoes in here too. We don't need a ton of them, about a third of a cup. I'm going to throw a few of these in here. Cherry tomatoes. So, fresh red cayenne pepper. If you don't have that, use some chili pepper flakes right here. Got the chili pepper flakes, right? I'm glad you guys could be on here today with me. We're live, Facebook, we're live, YouTube. But I'm going to throw one of these really hot peppers in here. I don't know how much kind of pepper torture I want to be in tonight, so maybe I'll use a smaller one. These are really hot, and when they get blended, these are super chilies, right? Cayenne is what you use, super chili. These are super chilies right there. That's going to be hot. That's going to be hot. All right, I'm going to put that in there. Don't fall for the nightshade BS. Very important. If super sensitive, it's like, well, are you sure you're super sensitive to a nightshade? So if you took a fresh, delicious heirloom tomato and you cut that tomato in half and you had a piece of that fresh tomato, you sure that's causing the trouble? There's no cheese. You sure there's no cheese in there? There's no oil in there. See, because I'm going to grab something right here. Where'd you guys go? Where'd you go? So you see, like, okay, I can't tell you how many times I heard in 35 years, right? I'm sensitive to tomatoes. And they had pizza. And they're saying it's the tomato sauce in the pizza, right? When really we're talking about the cheese and the oil and the gluten, right? That's an example all on its own. It's really important to know. I'm going to put that nice pizza over there. If you're mono eating and you keep out the oils and you keep out the bad stuff and you keep out the milk, cheese, butter, and you keep all that out, and you can determine really what am I sensitive to. And even in that situation, if you're cleansing a lot of poisons out, you may not know, you may actually be like, whoa, I'm actually doing some cleansing and detoxing. There's a whole thing about detoxing where people are like, I heard that word before, it's whatever. But when you do it right and you're healing, yeah, you will be cleansing and a lot of poisons will be going out. A lot of people do fake detoxes. They take a bunch of toxic products, they get sick from the toxic products, and then they call it detoxing when really they're just sick from toxic products. So keep that in mind right there. A lot of people drown they have tomato and ketchup with all the vinegar, right? That's a problem all on its own, all the vinegar. The vinegar's making them sick. By the way, people make mistakes. I'm going to talk about this. I'll talk about this in a second, but I want to finish this up. what happens with potato is being a nightshade family, right? Or eggplant parmesan, right? Eggplant parmesan, right? The parmesan, right? Fried eggplant in oil. The fried oil makes people get all like feeling like they're busted up, right? It's tomato sauce with cheese in it and all kinds of stuff. Pasta with cheese on it, right? These things, you know. It's baked potato with sour cream and butter and your mashed potatoes. It's this combinations. A lot of that's what's happening, right? But a steamed potato doesn't cause a problem with someone. A lot of people make mistakes with I'm going to give you some tips right now if you have digestive issues of any kind, like you're sensitive, you're inflamed in your digestive tract, because a lot of people are inflamed in their digestive tract. And when they're inflamed in their intestinal lining because they got streptococcus, they got inflammation caused by pathogens and they're inflamed, they don't feel like they're digesting anything. And so when you eat like raw spinach or raw lettuce or raw red bell pepper, they're like, I can't eat that red bell pepper. I can't eat a raw piece of onion. I can't digest it. But what's happening is they're digesting it, but it's actually touching everything because you're inflamed. So you feel it, right? So then when they eat an egg, right? Okay, and they have that egg, they don't feel it because it's not touching anything. It turns into glue and it's just moving through here into it's glue. It's not rubbing, right? But when we eat our lettuces and our spinach, right, raw, it's rubbing. It's moving through us, right, you guys? Okay, so you feel it if you're inflamed. Doesn't mean you're not digesting it, see? But here's the funny thing. You take vegetables, right? Vegetables, and you don't steam them long enough till they're soft, you're going to feel those rub everything too. So the difference is here is when you steam a vegetable or cook a vegetable, you kill it, right? Yeah, you kill it. Yeah, it's not raw. You kill it, you cook it, right? But when you do that, you get the nutrients and all that. But what happens is that, this is done right here. I'm going to put some potatoes in here. What happens is that it's not cooked vegetables are easy to digest when they're soft when you cook them. Raw vegetables, many of them like lettuces and spinach and all that, are easy to digest, right? When they're raw, right? But when you cook green beans and cook carrots, but you don't steam them till they're soft, anything like red bell pepper, anything, you don't steam them until they're soft. What happens is that they tend to rub things along the way, not break down as easy, right? You got to steam them soft if you're sensitive. If you're not sensitive with any kind of digestive sensitivities, you can just steam them lightly. I do it all the time. I steam my stuff really lightly, right? But I like steaming them more with you guys because I know a lot of you guys have a lot of sensitivities. But we need our vegetables. So what I just did is I just put in here, I got some onion in this bowl. I got some red bell pepper in here, right? Okay. Now I'm gonna start working on some potatoes. So now I'm gonna start working on the potatoes. I'm gonna just take some of this out here. There we go. All right. And I got steamed potatoes right here. Remember, I keep a whole bunch handy, right, you guys? And I'm going to cut up some nice pieces right here. Okay, in the pan, nice hot pan. I cook them ahead. I keep them in the fridge. Covering a lot of cool topics that count. Back to Alzheimer's and dementia. No. The more fat you do, the quicker you get there. The more fat you do, the quicker you get there. The more protein you do, the quicker you get there. Yeah, the more protein you do, the quicker you get to Alzheimer's and dementia. Reason why? Most proteins have a lot of fat in there. Keep that in mind. So, that's important to know. So I got some potato in here. I'm going to do another one. So I'm just kind of cubing them a little bit, you guys. You guys with me? I'm really happy we're here today. I wasn't sure if I could even do a live today. I wasn't sure. I got a lot going on. There's just a lot going on. So. And it's hard to always, be able to do this. But you know what? I pushed myself and I said, we're going to do this no matter what today. Anyway, I'm getting some potato going in the pan, just getting it nice and toasty a little bit. So I got a sauce I'm making, so I'm going to put a clove of garlic in here. You can do 3 cloves of garlic. I'm going to do 1 clove of garlic for this. Because you know what? I already put a really hot pepper in this one. I just put a clove of garlic in there, right? Okay. If you're sensitive, do less. Do a quarter clove, okay? And that hot spice might be hard on you, right? 3 tablespoons of lime juice. Let's go with some limes. Let's do that. Just start getting some lime juice in here. Lissy Cone. Hey. What are you on, Facebook? Or are you on YouTube? Is this recipe in the book? I want to make this tonight, laugh out loud. Where is this? You know the books, too. You actually know the book. Lissy's a family friend. Dear friend of mine. And knows the books inside and out. Read every word and knows them. I'll post it. It will be posted tomorrow. Lissy, I'll post this tomorrow. So I'm just getting some lime juice in here. Okay, potatoes are done. They're toasting up and browning up nice. And this is the medical medium, Lissy, this is the medical medium hot sauce on the blog. It's already there. What I love about this is it's got some juice from those onions and mushrooms and red bell pepper in here, right? Incredible. Let me turn that off. Get these potatoes in here. So good, so good. I got the potatoes in there too, so it's coming together, right? Got the onions. This is a potato bowl. Got the onions and the mushrooms right here, and the red bell peppers cooked down here. I got this incredible broth juice that's on the bottom, and I got these toasted up potatoes right here. These potatoes were steamed beforehand. Keep that in mind, you guys. Keep that in mind. If you stick raw potatoes in there, you gotta cook them for a while to get them to cook, right? Keep that in mind. All right, let's keep on working this. Let's get some lemon in here. 1/4 cup of lemon juice goes in this dressing. Let me get a strainer. Somebody said the other day, I don't know if it was, what was it? It was recently or something. He said, you got a metal strainer, Mr. Heavy Metal Guy. Mr. Heavy Metal Guy, worry about your metals, and you got a metal strainer. True. I do. And I'm not worried. Because I've been doing that heavy metal detox smoothie for a long time. And it gets more metal out of you than you can put in you. Right? It's all about getting more metal out of you than you can put in you, right? Okay, so what else do we need here? We need some raw honey. Let's go with a little bit of raw honey. Okay. 3 tablespoons of raw honey. You put a really big amount here. Nice. Nice. Get the raw honey going. Okay. And I think that's it. I'm going to blend this up. Let's just get it out, the honey off the spoon a little bit. So I'm making the sauce, the hot sauce, which I'm actually really excited about. Give this a little whirl. You guys with me? Let's talk about some other stuff, and I want to answer some questions too. Hold on a second here. make sure this is together. There you go. Do a little pulsing here. Nice. I'm going to put this in a bowl. Let's spin that. I'm going to spin it a little bit more. I'm going to put it in a jar. You guys okay with that? I put this in a jar. Doing some food processor action. Nice. I can already tell that this is going to be hot. You know, look. Put a little cayenne there. You can do that. You can do it. You don't have to make it super hot. But I actually made this one super hot. Okay. Sorry. All right. Let me just put this in, you guys. See if I can do this without making a mess. So I'm just getting the hot sauce in this jar right here. Right. Now you can put a little bit of this. I'm going to take a tablespoon. I'll take the tablespoon that the honey. Right, with the honey. Isn't that great? And I was going to put a little tablespoon on here. Drizzle it on, right? You don't have to use a ton of it. You can put it in the fridge for a little bit. And then I'm going to cut up some green onion. Put on top too. Okay, so I'm putting a little of this hot sauce on here. I'm pumped up about this. This is actually really exciting. I'm actually really excited about this. Let me chop up a few green onions. You guys okay if I do that? You know, I woke up this morning and I was thinking about all you guys. And I was talking to Spirit of Compassion, right? I was talking to Spirit of Compassion and I said, Most High. Since I was a child, that's one of my nicknames there, right? Said, what more can I do? And he said to me, people are in need of this information. And it's about saving lives, protecting lives too, right? Don't take your eye off the ball. All these years, 35 years, you haven't contradicted yourself. You've been true to the information. You've been fighting for the chronically ill, Spirit said. And we got to keep the mission strong. Putting a little bit more of these green onions on there. I can't help it. I love it. So I said, after that, I was getting myself ready this morning. It was about 5:30 this morning. And I said, God, give me strength. A lot of people are going to get sick in the coming years. We're going to see autoimmune like we've never seen before. And so I was chopping up a little bit of parsley. You don't need a lot of parsley here. Put a little on top, okay? A little bit of parsley. That's the dish, and I'm pumped about eating it. I really am. Okay? All right, I'm going to get a lemon slice here. You guys okay with that? Get a little lemon slice on the side. You can do a lemon slice in different ways. I'm going to do it this way here. Here we go. Sometimes I like doing a lemon slice like that. Look at that. I don't know if you guys can see it so easy. I'm going to put it on the side. Like this. Put it right on the side in here. When I got that. So it's incredible. The potatoes here. I got the mushrooms, red bell peppers, all of it. The sauce on top. I'm so excited about this. Diane, I just have to say, I am a chronic migraine sufferer. And I spent years trying various different meds. But since I've started the celery juice, I've had an incredible improvement in overall health. The needle moved. You moved, Diane. You moved the needle. You did it. You moved the needle, right? Right? That's what that is. And the disrespect out there towards celery juice, the disrespect out there towards the chronically ill, right? And they're constantly insulting the chronically ill 24/7 out there. But yet, you got the health scene pretending they actually care about the chronically ill. When I've seen leaders in the health scene, they don't really care. They care about their pocket, their dollars. They care about their fame. They care about their empires they're all building on their podcast. They care about their empires, right? And then they dangle carrots in front of everybody, like as if they're doing like enough, right? And then they tear apart celery juice at the same time. Seen that over and over, right? Because why build celery juice up and make it into something big when no one can make money off of it, and all it's going to do is get Anthony William, the medical medium, more well known. So let's keep the down low on the celery juice, but make sure we're drinking it. And meanwhile, the sad thing is, if we cared about the chronically ill and we cared about people suffering like Diane, you with your migraines, then we would be really, really making sure everybody knew about how this needle could be moved, and we'd have 2 billion people drinking celery juice, right? Got a migraine chapter in the book. And new edition, migraine chapter, so everybody knows. Okay, there it is. And it's the revised, expanded new edition. So I made this incredible dish right here. I'm heading to IG and TikTok. Fasten your seatbelts. I don't know what kind of mood I'm in tonight, but we'll see. Because we're going to be doing IG in a little while. I don't know if it's going to be 10 minutes or something like that. I'll probably clean up a little bit, straighten out just for a couple of minutes. I might take a quick jab at this dish right here. But the suffering has just begun. The chronically ill, or as far as what's coming with autoimmune diagnoses and where we're heading in the next year and 2 years and 3 years and next 6 months. And yeah, even if no one sees the numbers yet, right? Because everything gets suppressed, Yep. Ryan Lowe, we'll see you there. Amazing. Kaylin Mitchell, see you there, Anthony. Awesome. I'm honored. Michelle Constantine, celery juice cured my acid reflux. I've been drinking it every day. I had reflux for a lifetime, even as a little kid. Thanks so much. Just incredible. Incredible. You guys going to come to me to IG? I think a lot of people don't come to IG with me because they think it's the same show. It's not the same show. I mean, I do a different show each time. By the way, you guys, before you all go, seriously, moon meditation, I'm doing it tonight. Medical Medium Podcast at Apple Podcasts, the uncensored version of the moon meditation, right? It's a special moon tonight. Very special moon tonight. Use its powers. Use its magnetic powers to help you heal. The moon meditation, try to access for the emotional wounds and the soul healing, right? So I'm doing the moon meditation tonight. I'm doing it tomorrow night, the next night after it, because you still have that powerful moon. Medical Medium Podcast at Apple Podcasts. Everybody should be doing it. Share it with everybody. Tell everybody, a friend and everything. Even if someone's like, I don't want to do that, just be like, no, do it. All right. IG and TikTok. Heading there. Can't wait. Love you guys.